Oh, look at that! That's going to be a picture. Good evening, guys and girls, and welcome back to the Racing Line for another live stream here. Live stream here on the channel. It's Friday night, and we're back for the Volkswagen Jetta Cup, powered by GC Omega. Commentary by Jack Johns, and we're broadcast on the Racing Line YouTube and Twitch. Today with something a little bit different. A bonus round. Bonus race held by none other than two-time Jetta Cup champion Jake Cranston on Monday night just gone. Have no idea what's happening. No idea what the format is. But let's have a look at what these guys got up to on Monday night. Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is ovals on the best car on the service, which is the diesel-powered Volkswagen Jetta. It's been, in fact, this would effectively be the first TRL round. Oh, I think someone's at my door. Hang on. Pause this. Pause this whole situation. BRB stream. Won't be long. Don't know who that is. I'm back. Hello? Here we go. Let's go back onto the race screen and see what happened. I did pause it, so I didn't miss out on anything. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, bonus round ovals. We haven't done an official oval round before. This isn't technically official, as there's no points on offer. But it is for a bit of fun. And the format's a little bit different. Practice is already over. You don't need much practice on an oval, of course. Qualifying is about to get underway, though. So let's see how qualifying fares. As we see Stephen Burns out on track already. The only guy on track in the Send It or Bend It machine. We had some randoms in the races, says Klein Hulda. Jan Weiswanger on Twitch chat jumping in saying hello. Yes, you did have some randoms in the races. That's fine. That's fine. It was an open hosted event. Let's see how they got on. I have genuinely zero idea what happened. I'm aware that 2 races happened, I believe. There's only a 3-minute qualifying as we see Stephen Burns be the first to cross the line and start his timed lap. There he goes. The randoms that Jan is referring to are Aaron Raymond, who I believe is from the USA, and then the other guy does not have a flag next to his name, but his name is Martin Zemia. Was also on the grid. Kite the Bird says good evening. Stephen Burns says solo qualifying. Oh, why would you do that? Solo qualifying on an open oval. So we can only watch Stephen Burns. 3 mins, 1 solo lap. Surely you could have all gone out and done your solo lap together, but I guess no one wanted a slipstream or a draft lap. So this will be Stephen's one and only time then, set on the board. A 41.0 is normal pace, it seems. I imagine on a track like this, it is flat out all the way around. So let's skip forward. Now, let's click that button and see what happens. This is the grid then. So Henry Morse sits on pole position with newbie Aaron Raymond up there in P2. Daniel Downing P3, Jake Cranston P4, John Bailiff, Stephen Burns, David Corpus, Jerry Agard, Ecla Quay, and Martin Wallace rounding off your top 10, with Isa Samundere and Jan Weiswanger rounding off your top 12. Martin Zemmler, sorry, I read his name wrong earlier. It's Zemmler for DRT Destiny Racing Team. Alejandro Caraday, Andy Fox, and Carl Ridley with Ruslan Kamedalin rounding off the field in P17. 17 drivers, so a good turnout for Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's a 5-lap race. Stephen Burns says, Phoenix, we had an open quali. Oh, there we go. And Cranny Kart in chat as well says we had open at Phoenix. Tightest qualifying session ever. We'll see about that. I'm sure it was actually amongst the whole field. I mean, look at those times there on the left already. Although it says Ray did a 40.4 and Henry a 40.5, so that's interesting. No way did you do a rolling start. Why are you all lined up like this? You did a rolling start. Boo, standing start. But I suppose it is what it is. 17 cars on the grid, with the overlay being a little bit funny. Here with your 5-lap race, saying 18 cars, but there are only 17 cars. Henry Morse showing as your pole sitter. And at any moment now, the pace truck will lead them away. Let's fast forward this a little bit. Aston connected with 2 seconds to go. That'll be Austin. Austin probably connected with 2 seconds to go. Maybe that's what's broken the overlay. And away they go. We definitely behaved ourselves on the formation laps. Oh, that'll be why there's a win it or bin it car already up the road. I'm not sure what the best camera is on an oval, to be honest. This looks like a pretty wide shot to see everyone. Camera 3. 20x by the start line. I'm assuming it was unlimited X. Obviously no points on offer, like we said, for this race. Just a bit of fun. Held by Mr. Cranston during break week. Nice to see 17 cars turn up for a bit of fun. We will watch the pace lap just to see who, if anyone, messed around the most. Although it looks fairly sensible from what they were saying. There's a couple of free wide moments. Who's that win it or bin it car in the middle there? That'll be John Bailiff. Oval extraordinaire. He's trying to get in Dan Downing's head by the looks of it. Slots back in behind Mr. Downing. Jake Cranston there in the orange machine as well on the right hand side, getting a bit of heat in his tyres because that'll be important. And here we go. Henry Morse leading the way. He should decide when it goes green. I imagine they will go when it goes green, and it sounds like with those diesel engines they are away, and they're 3 wide already with Downing, Cranston and Burns, I think, going into turn 1 3 wide. Look at them all turning into the banked corner. We've got Morse on the inside, Downing on the inside. Jake leans on him, bounces out to the outside, but Stephen Burns has still got his nose there. It is 3 by 3. You can't, I don't know why the track map's on there, because you cannot see who is who. Let's put the dashboard up just so that we can get an idea of speed, even though it's blacked out when they go over 200 kilometers an hour because of the ship. Whoa, there we go. There, it's happened already. We see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars involved in that, and that is Jan Weiswanger in the wall, as well as Stephen Burns, I believe. Was there pace cars on this short race? I do not know.
Great job, guys.
Oh, Cranston. Oh no, I've left the radio on. Is that a good idea or not? Do you know what? I'll leave it on for today. Why not? Let's risk it and see if it's worth it. But John Bailiff's still in P2. Dan Downing swoops around the outside. No pace car by the looks of it. Jerry Agard, Jan Weiswanger and Andy Fox were the cars involved in that incident, and they are donezo. And the Lurchus Gaming cars all still very much surviving. All together, Corpus, Lequay and Amundre, the whole team out in force here for a bonus oval round. Radio was great at Phoenix, so maybe I should turn it off for that one. But we already see 2 trains. A top train of, what's this, 7 cars, maybe 8 cars, including that Masters of Torque. That is Cranston involved just a little bit further back. And whoa, that's Aaron Raymond going down onto the apron to pass John Bailiff, who we know full well will not be having any of that. And Downing swoops to P2, and the Lurchus Gaming cars are all over them. They're surrounding them on the inside, outside, and I think, is that Jesus Amundere has to slot in behind John Bailiff. Cannot get through, but Daniel Downing up into P2, this lead train. So who's leading the second train? It's the ZFG boys of Ruslan Kavadullin, Martin Wallace, Carl Ridley, and that will be Martin Zemlo, who's having an aggressive look at the inside as we see Bailiff making moves as they go 2 by 2 up here in the lead train. Maybe I will leave the radio on for Phoenix. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. How bad is it, Stephen Burns? Can you remember? Let me know. We are only streaming on the Racing Line channel as we go nearly 4 wide. Look at this. Morse, Downing, Corpus, Raymond, Lequay and Bailiff.
This is some amazing racing.
Uh-oh. Aaron Raymond on the chat. Haven't heard his voice before, but look at him go down the middle. Aaron Raymond, is he going to try and take the lead of Henry Morse? And there we go. There's some Masters of Torque. Jake Cranston around. He takes out 2 Lurchus Gaming cars with that. That is... Who was that in the wall? Henry Morse is slid as well. Oh, we have to see a replay of this and actually catch up on what exactly just happened, because I'm not too sure. So they've got 4 wide behind. We've got Jake Cranston going up into John Bailiff. Don't know how that happened. That looks like a Masters of Torque error there. Absolutely murders Ika Lequay, who spins round, smokes his wheels, and as is the way Cranston survives, Jesus Amundere up into the catch fencing there. Oh no, that's Corpus, sorry. I saw the number 15. The official number's not given to this session as it's a hosted session. And then we see Aaron Raymond turn down on Henry Morse, your race leader per 4 of the 5 laps. Gets a big old drift on, saves it on the banking edge. I don't know what that's called officially in ovals, but the point where the banking meets the flatter surface of the apron actually kept it sideways through there. That was interesting. Oh, I may have just messed that up massively by clicking the live button. Let's try this again. We were on lap 5 of the first race, I think. Let's go lap 4 just to be safe. And go. Right, continuing on. So this is actually lap 4. So we haven't... The crash is about to happen again. Stephen Burns says nothing bad. Defo leave on. Well, we'll trust him. Jan Weiswanger says 8 years bad. What's the blimp cam like? It's a bit far away, but you can still see everyone. This little gaggle.
This is some amazing racing.
8 cars. So this is where the incident happened. They're 4 wide. We just watched this back a second ago as we go on to lap 5 of this first race. There's Cranston bumping into Bailiff and the 2 Lurchus cars eating the wall. And then you'll see Aaron Raymond and Henry Morse come together. Henry Morse gets a big old slide on. And look at Dan Downing swoop to the inside of Aaron Raymond and takes the lead of the race on the final lap. And now John Bailiff's going to come through as well. He's already on the inside. And that is Jake Cranston, who's been involved in the wars here, still in P3. After crashing into a couple of people there in the mid-pack. Lap 5 of 5. And it looks like these 3 are going to break away maybe as Aaron Raymond starts to look down towards the inside. And across the line, Dan Downing, I believe, is going to cross the line in first. And there's a crash on the finish line. And Henry Morse swoops down. So Dan Downing did, in fact, win. With John Bailiff coming home in second. Jake Cranston, and then... Whoa! I don't know if that Masters of Torque car will survive that incident for race 2. They are some hard hits. I don't think people will have their direct drive. Ruslan taking off in the ZFG machine. And there it ticks over into next session. Jake Cranston says he did die there. Gets reincarnated for race 2, which maybe the guys in chat can help me out here, is another 5-lap race potentially. Let's fast forward again. Oh, 8 laps. There we go. It says it at the top. Jan Weisswanger jumping in Twitch chat. Everyone else on YouTube chat at the moment, but yes, 8
Can
laps.
we make it past turn 3 this time?
Jake Cranston says, can we make it past
Yeah, we're going to do 3 more laps this time.
turn 3? John Bailiff says, yes, we've got to do 3 more laps this time. Agard
Y'all
says...
talk funny. Y'all don't know shit about over racing.
8 laps reverse,
I
top
say we
10.
should do a standing start.
From the... Oh, okay, so the grid is reversed. That will explain whilst it's showing Carraday in first place with Ridley in second. And Henry Morse doing his best Texas impression, saying that y'all know nothing about oval racing. He doesn't actually sound like that. Henry Morse is in fact Indian. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear. That is Andy Fox. Dead already. On the formation lap. Is damage off? Because if it's not off, his race is over, although his car looks repaired. And away he goes. The number 1 machine of Andy Fox there. Jan says damage is off. Yes, okay, so that'll be why he is continuing on. So, how is Mr. Carraday going to get on with his pole position here as we see them all bumping and grinding their way through to the start finish line? And I think Carraday has gone already as Ridley goes down to the lower line to slot into P2, but Carraday has got a blinding start for Parallel Racing Group, not driving for Lurchus this season, is a Lurchus driver but not in a Lurchus machine, as the Lurchus team is filled with Corpus, Amundere and Carraday. And it looks like they might be surviving turn 3 this time, maybe. Who's the red machine? Is that Zemler? The new car? I think it might be. Andy Fox still did get back involved after his incident in turn 1 as they go 2x2 up the road. Which line is going to be stronger? This looks a little bit cleaner than before. We've got Dan Downing blinking in typical internet fashion as we go free wide. Who is that? Cutting the whole apron. That'll be Aaron Raymond, the newbie. The stranger that we don't know about. And then that is Martin Wallace, is it? That's absolutely eaten half of Charlotte's wall. Carraday still leading the way. 2x2. The train still going and no breakaway just yet. How is Andy Fox
Can I
getting
get a
on?
black flag now, please?
Raymond wants a black flag clear for cutting the whole of the tri-oval section there. Don't know if admin have obliged with that. Maybe they will, maybe they will not. John Bailiff lighting up the timing screens here with a purple first and third sector. And Dan Downing with his blinkiness lighting up the second sector with purples. But that's changed. Ika Lequay now. Oh dear, oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars spinning. I've never seen so much tyre smoke since round 1 of when they updated the smoke. Who remembers that, when we had excuses for, oh, I couldn't see the car in front because the smoke was so bad. Jerry Agard seems to have survived. Damage off though. And that is the chaos that is. Henry Morse leading the way then. Corpus in second. Ridley still third. Jan Weisswanger up in P4 with Dan Downing in P5. Dan Downing up the inside of Jan Weisswanger. Is that Andy Fox? Andy Fox, who died on the formation lap, is up into P6 in the number 1 machine. And I think 1.2 seconds back, he's probably within slipstream distance there. Andy Fox feels like Lightning McQueen. as he goes through that initial crash. Let's have a look at the old onboard. What's the speed he's going around this banked corner here? Mr. Fox, 205 kilometers an hour. Let's compare that to Jan Weiswanger, who's doing 213 as he's pushing the 3 cars in front of him. Andy Fox, oh, there goes Carl Ridley. Slides back up onto the oval. Lucky not to kill Dan Downing there. I don't know if that was his intention. But Andy Fox now well within slipstream area.
Absolutely nailed my rear end.
Of the lead train. We're on lap 5 of 8 now. And Andy Fox is all over the rear of Carl Ridley, 300 ping Australian driver with Peter Ridley Waste Systems on the back. He identifies as a bin, does Carl Ridley, because he's rubbish, but away he goes and Andy Fox gives him a bit of a push, does not try passing him just yet. He wants to catch up to that lead train of 4. What's behind him? Nothing. No threat from behind just yet. Goes up to the middle line, does Andrew. Cuts back down. Nothing doing. They're going to go on to lap 6 of 8. I feel like something else is going to happen as we see Corpus go to the outside line of Morse up the road. That's the Lurcher's car on the right-hand side. He's up there by himself, though. He's in the second lane alone. Is Andy Fox going to choose to help him? No. Chooses to push car. Oh, there we go. He goes up into the higher lane, and now he's on his way. He probably should have done that a little bit earlier, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. Now look, he's well within the suck of Corpus. Who's he going to push? That's Dan Downing still blinking. That's scary to see from P2. And the blacked out number of David Corpus. Not done on purpose. He just doesn't know how to fix it. We can see his number on the side. And Andy Fox is going to make it 3 wide as they head down towards the start-finish line. Is he going to try and go around the outside of everyone here? Not sure he's got enough of an overlap of speed to do so, but he's gonna give it a damn good go. Granny says 2 seconds, Ted. Team radio. I'll do that next time I see it pop up. I'll leave it on for today. I think it'll be funny. We've already had a couple of swear words. We might as well just commit to it now. Henry Morse, though, still leading the way for the second time. No Raymond to take him out this time, but he does have a Dan Downing behind him who has survived 7 out of an 8-lap race, and that is unusual to see from the Goldwing driver, but here he is. Always he nearly comes up on David Corpus. Andy Fox tags Corpus round. He's on the inside, still on the inside, cuts the grass. This will be a black flag clear ask. Hey, Jan Weiswanger and someone else, Carl Ridley, I'm guessing, up into the wall, up into the barrier. As they come round the bank turn, Henry Moore still leading the way, and Andy Fox up into P3 for his oval debut. All of their oval debuts, I guess. Lap 8 of 8. Final turn. Dan Downing around the outside of Henry Morse. Andy Fox absolutely all over the rear of all of this. Can't really see what's going on up the road. That's a rubbish camera angle. Where are they? Who's going to cross the line in first? It is Henry Morse who wins. And Andy Fox pushes his way up into P2 with Dan Downing finishing in P4 in the end. And Corpus claiming the final podium spot of that 8-lap oval race. Well done. So Andy Fox, a man
I'm in the parking lot.
who started that race on the formation lap in the barrier 40 seconds back, finishes in P2. I'm guessing there was a... is there a break, or does it go straight to race 3? I do not know. I'm assuming a break because it sounds like some cars. Yeah, there's a 3-minute break. So let's skip this. Go straight to the final race, which I think is longer than both of the previous races. $25 Laparoonies. Is there a pit stop in this? Do the 17 drivers take it more seriously than we had a second ago? We've definitely... So 25 laps, pit stop time with a pit stop. Pit stop time since Stephen Burns, 25 laps with pit stop, full reverse grid, which is why Henry Morse is starting last, which means your pole sitter is going to be... Is it Jerry Agard who finished last in that last race? It looks like it might be the Masters of Talk Machine, the Swiss driver of Jerry Agard, who's got Ruslan Kamadullan up alongside, and the aggressive American driver, newbie, unheard of by, well, I'm guessing he might be a friend of someone, or is he a complete stranger, this Aaron Raymond? I am not sure, but he's fitting in at the moment by the looks of it, cutting the track and ending up in the parking lot, as he calls it. Whilst we do this formation lap, a reminder of what's remaining in the official Jetta Cup races. Head to Virginia International Raceway on Monday. Broadcast will be on Friday before going to Watkins Glen. The Cup layout with no chicane, very slipstream heavy track. The Virginia International Raceway layout will be the full layout. That'll be interesting. Road Atlanta, Jake Cranston's hunting ground. Loves a bit of Road Atlanta. And Willow Springs, a new track to the service. Very excited for that. Can't wait to see it before heading to round 7, our final round.
No yellows.
Of Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Martin Wallace saying there's no yellows, so someone would have asked, are we going to get any safety cars this race? And the answer, very much, no. Not today, Martin Wallace says. Andy Fox starting at the back again, thanks to the full reverse grid. And I think, by the sounds of it, they're already off. Has Jerry got as good at... Well, Ruslan absolutely caught sleeping there. Not used to the old rolling starts or just the general pace of everyone else. Unsure, but he drops down to P5 after starting in P2 on a flat-out oval. So not a great start from the United Arab Emirates driver. The Russian, I should say, from the United Arab Emirates with the American accent. Jerry Agard does lead the way. Caraday got a really good start in that last race, you know, compared to the... I mean, I know it's short-lived because it's an oval and you slipstream your way straight back up to the leader anyway. Speaking of Caraday, there he is around the outside of someone, Lequay. Ika Lequay, the Basque driver on his inside. Parallel Racing Group, making absolute waves over in America with Morgan Burkhardt as a driver in real life, IRL, driving the Spec Racer Fords and etceteras, whatever else he's driving. I feel like he I might be making this up, but I feel like he races with Giancarlo Scula. Oh, there's a Lurch's car going round. That's Ika Lequay. Bye! Down the order he goes. A little bit of a pit manoeuvre. Looks like he survived. No, he did not survive. He's actually greyed out and he's in the pit lane, so he's dead. Or he's been spun into the pit lane. But Caraday getting involved. That's Stephen Burns nearly being turned down on by Corpus there. Already on lap 3 of 25. Caraday keeping it clean as we go on board with Alejandro. Alejandro. Ika Lequay now 20 seconds back. You'll probably only see that gap now increase because this train, all in each other's slipstream, will probably be going a couple of kilometres faster than Mr. Lequay. Topped out at 199 just before he turns into the corner, whilst Jerry Agar is doing 205. Got some 210s in here, so there's a good 10 kilometres more as Alejandro's somehow found his way down to the inside line. This is Andrew Fox once again. Gets the view of the whole grid, and there's 2 people spinning. That's both newbies. Zemmler around. Oh, look at that. Lightning McQueen weaves his way through. There's a great meme on the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord already, of Duncan Murray's face copied and pasted onto Lightning McQueen. Probably the best video we've had so far, making fun of things that have happened in TRL leagues. I don't actually remember what it was in reference to. Obviously it was a big crash, but was it on an oval? Or was it just a big crash in general? My memory has gone blanco. I just remember Duncan Murray was the one that was animated to be the one that weaved his way through. I feel like it might have been Watkins or something. It was definitely a fast circuit. As we see, is that Henry Morse coming out of the pit lane in his Street Casuals machine? It is indeed. So getting an early pit stop in. Jerry Agard still leading the way. ZFG car absolutely murdering one of the win it or bin it machines. Kyle Ridley that was. Shall we have a look at that in slow motion? Watch this. Jan Weiswanger turns for a slant round one way, and then what spits him out the other way. Ready? So aggressive. Have that, Kyle. Eat the Cup Series wall. Jan Weiswanger saying, Duncan and a big crash. Normally he starts them. Well, maybe that's why the meme was so funny, because in that one case, he avoided it all. Please don't tell me Jerry Agard gets a win on a non-official round, because we're just waiting for it to happen in an official race. Everyone's waiting for it to happen. He's got a podium to his name as Jerry Agard. Very much a people person. I think if there's two people in the TRL series that would be picked as the people's people, it would be Jerry and or Martin Wallace. As the headlights come on, the sun is going down. John Bailiff very much pushing Mr. Agard as much as he can. Jake Cranston though, looking down the inside, cuts the corner. And now he's on the inside of John Bailiff, and now it's a Masters of Torque 1-2, potentially. Just keeping his nose in. Oh, Jake Cranston goes down the inside of his teammate. Is he about to take the lead? They're three wide. Aaron Raymond gives Cranston a push. John Bailiff is not letting Cranston come back on. He's going to have to at this point, I think, at this phase. It's too late to come down now. But Aaron Raymond pushing his way through. Jerry Agard dropping down to P8 in all of that. Oh dear, Jan Weiswanger hit from behind. There goes Andy Fox flying past. Downshifts, faces the right way, and away he goes again. Jerry Agard is somewhere involved in that. I think he's got a run on Jan Weiswanger here. Is he going to be able to pass him? Not sure. Lap 9 of 25. Is he going to go around the outside of Weiswanger? He's going to go down the inside. Jan says, take it. You've got to run. Jesus Amindere, who had an earlier crash, can see them just up the road, but the lead train is broken away from Martin Wallace. They have a 6-second lead. John Bailiff is at the back of this train now. He's got Stephen Burns up in P4, Dan down in P3, Aaron Raymond up in P2, Jake Cranston in P1 currently. Henry Morse, who earlier had a pit stop. Big old hit from John Bailiff there. Fox, Morse, Ruslan and Ridley all stopped. Now Bailiff and Downing going door to door. But Weiswanger and Agard are still very close together on the circuit as well. Oh, there goes Cranston round. There goes Dan Downing in the wall, up and over. And it's a big old roll for Mr. Downing.
Sorry about that, Jake. I got hooked behind.
Raymond says, sorry, 2 secs, Ted. Radio from Raymond.
No worries.
But Dan Downing coming off worse there. There goes Jerry Agard and Jan Weiswanger passing the Gold Wing Mobile. Stephen Burns then inherits the lead of this race, with Aaron Raymond staying in P2 after that incident. Henry Morse is showing as out of this race. So So I wonder if he had a class and had to run. Because he is no longer on circuit. Dan Downing is also showing us in the pits for a while, even though damage is off. Aaron Raymond gets a big old push, or gives a big old push to Stephen Burns. Andy Fox is a lap down. Nova Dude 1968. That's what happens when you do not know how to bump draft and when you still have 10 laps to go. Not sure on the bump drafting capabilities of these TDIs, to be honest. They're definitely hit or miss, no pun intended, with the old Volkswagen badge hooking onto the rear of someone in front. Knowing all the races that we've done in sim labs over the years, sometimes a bump draft was welcome. Other times it's just so unstable, you just don't know what to expect. In fact, we can have a look from Raymond's perspective. You can see him pushing Stevie 69, the Burns Express. Risky to do in a corner, but it looks like he didn't do it actually during the turn. And then just these little bits of moving left and right, these tiny little steering movements, is what sometimes causes the hook. Cranston is showing in third, so he's now catching this train up 8/10 back on lap, going on to lap 15 of 25. I don't actually know who Nova Dude 1968 is. Why do I not recognise that name? I'm assuming that's someone in the race. Could it be our phantom driver of Aaron Raymond? Or is it someone who I should remember? Jan Weiswanger in Twitch says he pushed Jerry around the track, it works good. So Jan and Jerry were working together the whole time. You can still see them together actually. But look, every time they go into this corner, Stephen Burns' car is unsettled, and they're not exactly pulling away from Jake Cranston, who is not being pushed. And it looks like Cranston is actually going to use that run to try and go around the outside of both of them. Oh, Stephen Burns goes up high. Jake Cranston goes back down low. It's 2x2. Andy Fox still very much involved in this battle, even though he's showing his 14th place. But Jake Cranston trying to take the lead from Aaron Raymond. 2x2 they go. Andy Fox just very much a sitter in this fight. Martin Wallace, showing in P4, is behind Carl Ridley, who's a lap down in P16. So he's being towed around by the Win It or Bin It machine. And Jerry Agard and Jan Weiswanger. Never drinking before a stream again. Can't get my words out. Let's have a look at Jan's onboard. Let's see what it was like to push Mr. Agard round for a whole lap. So he's not doing it in the corner.
Hitting from the lead.
Aaron Raymond says he's going in the pits. That was polite of him to tell everyone. That's definitely an American thing, to tell everyone that you are pitting on an oval. Haven't done many oval races, but definitely hear a lot of people do that, just to warn the cars behind. We still got the inside camera on these. Yeah, we do. Clear visors because it's night time. No, not in the corner, it's dangerous. Close your eyes, Stephen. Stephen's eyes are very much open. Nice helmet. Nice suit, actually. He's got the full kit on as Stephen Burns here, as he comes into the pits by the sounds of it. Mr. Burns has his own helmet and suit. That's how you know he's a professional driver. We'll have a flick through of everyone's actually, just to see what everyone's wearing. Lap 19 of 25. And away he goes. Martin Wallace is now leading the way, actually. Where is it? Where's the camera gone? There we go. Martin Wallace then has his own helmet and his own suit. Can't quite see the branding of that suit there. Jan Weiswanger in the orange and green. Mr. Cranston. Very basic. Very basic from Cranston there. The plain Arai helmet. The OMP suit. Aaron Raymond. Almost the polar opposite. All black. Jerry Agard. Sticker bombed helmet. Plain suit. Andy Fox in his Brabham gear. Jerry Agard already. Dan Downing, his gold wing suit. Jesus Mundere running Shell sponsorship. Carradhay with his usual Catmobile. It's always scary seeing that in your rearview mirror. Into a braking zone. John Bailiff has a Win It or Bin It suit on. And his Lando Norris helmet replica. Ruslan, basic. Equilique, Super Mario. Didn't notice that. It's the first time I've seen that. David Corpus.
You took the lead back, country mile.
Basic. Carl Ridley. It's a Mark Webber helmet, I believe. Unsure on the suit. Martin Zemmler. Plain. Henry Morse out of this race. Can't see him. Anyway, back to it, shall we? And it looks like Raymond is all over the back of Jake Cranston with 3 laps to go as the sun has now set. It is night time on this circuit. I believe they did one more fun race after this at Phoenix. But these two are full 6 seconds ahead of Martin Wallace. Andy Fox probably wishing that we have an official oval round by the looks of it, because he is up there in P4 once again. And he keeps starting near the back. I look forward to Virginia International Raceway and seeing Mr. Fox do that again. Carl Ridley, Downing, Burns and a Mundere there. All nose to tail, 2x2. Not anymore. They've left Stephen Burns hung out to dry. But these two going at it for your oval finale. Raymond taking the high line. Cranston down on the low line. And then Raymond comes back down, gets into the slipstream into the corner. And look at the closing speed as he came down, carried the speed down the banking. And now he's going to try and get the run down this back stretch. He's using the middle lane. Cranston's still down in the low lane. Comes up a little bit to open up the corner and try and defend a little bit. Let's try and push Raymond up wide. Forces him out. How European of him. Raymond slots back in, tries to get a little bit of slipstream before he gets another run down the main straight. Across the line, nearly neck and neck. And now we're on to the final lap. These two now 7.5 seconds ahead. So I don't think going to be challenged from Martin Wallace behind. But it's absolutely not over as we see Raymond get the switchback, go down below the apron. Don't think that's officially allowed, but it's not an official race, so we'll let it slide. He's got the inside line for this final turn. Aaron Raymond leads the way with 2 corners to go. Or is it 3 corners? Does the main straight count as a corner? I'm not sure. But Jake Cranston is going to try and use the low line. And they cross the line pretty much side by side. 69 thousandths of a second. That's not ironic. But very, very much Raymond winning this race. Cranston comes home in P2 then.
Good finish, Jake.
Defeated by an unknown person. The two-time Jetta champion. Mugged by Mr. Raymond. Martin Wallace comes home in P3, gets a podium. Jan Weiswanger. Can we give a shout out to the German driver, please?
Do donuts on the finish straight.
From Meatball Motorsport.
Right.
In P4. And there we have the signature reverse donuts from the front wheel drive diesel cars. Haven't seen these in a while. I think Jerry needs to work on his. That'll be... Is that Bailiff that come piling in there? Anyway. Moving on. I'm going to put the intermission screen up whilst I load up the Phoenix replay. We've got one more oval race for this bonus stream. Your results for this race are as follows. And welcome back to the second bonus oval race at Phoenix. Which camera is going to be good around here? Camera 3 looks too far away. This looks a little bit worn down. Is this the original 2008 Phoenix or something? Looks very old-fashioned compared to the oval that we've just witnessed. See the drivers scrub their tyres into that turf. Let's have a go. Let's go straight to qualify. We don't need to watch. This was hard, says Stephen Burns. We had to brake and turn left. Oh, it's a braking zone. Let's have a look. One lap quali, I believe. This time open, how it should have been in the last one. See them go out on their out lap. And I think Jan Weiswanger is going to be the first to cross the line. Let's go with Jerry Agard though. Sits behind him. There's the lift. Big old lift into the turn. So turn 1, very much a big lift or a dab of the brakes to stop themselves from scrubbing. Is it the same for this? Keeps it in 6th. Nice and tidy there from Agard. Ruined lap apparently by Stephen Burns and Jake Cranston. What are those times? It says the closest qualifying ever. Do you know what?
Paul?
I don't know if we were talking about the previous race or this one, but looking at those gaps, that is not the closest qualifying ever. It's actually pretty... Is that Stephen King as well? Have we got new people in this? No, that's Ashton Kincaid, Sean Anderson 2, and Thomas Goodson. So we've got some new drivers in this session. Did not spot that, but they are here. The previous qualifying was close. I was going to say, because this one with 15 drivers has a 1.1 second spread on an oval, which is very much normally the case with 34 drivers with actual corners. And we have Paul Hartwig Jr. up on pole position with a 33.8. Bailiff behind him. Let's skip forward to the race. Is it a grid start this time or another roll-in start? Aaron Likens as well. Am I missing out everyone? Oh, Aaron Likens in P4. You got like four or five unknown names. Well, not unknown. We know Aaron Likens. In the Pussycat machine. Not sure what's going to be the best camera, to be honest, around here. His car number is 11. That can't be his age. He's not 11 years old. No way. So, it is a pace lap. Similar format to before, guys in chat. Confirm. Is it 3 races or 2 races? Hartwig has quit out, apparently. Doesn't want to start on pole. Sean Bailiff waiting patiently. Oh, Paul Hartwig Jr. is 8 years old, is what you're saying. As we see everyone continuing on their banditry from the previous race. Wouldn't let me do standing starts. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever tried, actually. Oh, this is an interesting camera. Just try and see the whole track and guess what people are doing. Might have to be blimp cam for this one. Jerry Agard down on the grass. So who have we got then? We've got Hartwig Jr. leading the way. John Bailiff on the outside. Ruslan down in P3. Aaron Likens P4 should be alongside the ZFG machine. Agard and Ridley should be side by side. Fox and Weiswanger should be side by side. And that's Morse back in the car. And Cranston. And then Burns and Wallace. And then Kincaid and Anderson. And then rounding off the field is Thomas Goodson. Is he actually 8 years old, or is chat winding me up here? Because he's squeezing John Bailiff up to the wall. And then turns down on Ruslan like he wasn't there on this lap 1 of 5. Runs up wide as he scrubs his tyres, and John Bailiff gets an almighty switchback on the 8-year-old. Paul Hartwig Jr. I don't know. I don't believe that he's 8. What's he doing up this late? This was run at a late time, as we see 3 wide there in the middle, and then the send it or bend it car. Was that Fox or Burns that absolutely pushed the win it or bin it machine? There's still 3 wide at the back there. That's Fox, Burns, and Ridley side by side. And I think Fox is going to have to back out of that as they come into it. But is he going to? No, he is not going to. Stephen Burns has to try and hold it around the outside. Gets tagged around by his teammate. And around he goes. Andy Fox and Stephen Burns both send it or bend it, boys. And bend it, sorry. Out of the race. 5 laps, done. Ruslan goes to look down the inside of John Bailiff. That won't work. Backs out of it. Has to. John Bailiff very much turning in regardless. Races in real life, according to Aaron, says Stephen Burns, talking about Paul Hartwig Jr. Oh, comes down on Bailiff there, who was already there. And now Ruslan's going to have a look up the inside, and that's just clumsy from the ZFG driver. Absolutely ruined that. John Bailiff was about to take the lead. Did not. Ruslan gets taken out. Span round. Agard goes with him. Masters the torque machine round. And look at that. That's Martin Wallace sending it down the inside of Bailiff, I think. Yeah, it is Bailiff. Didn't get it done. And now we've got Cranston up the inside of Hartwig. Lycan's round the outside. It's 3 wide. Cranston probably going to come out in the lead of this. Henry Morse trying to keep the grip. Didn't look like he got a good run out of that turn, to be honest. But he's in the slipstream, so let's see how that continues. Carl Ridley's going to make it 3 wide. He's never shy to do that. And oh dear. And that'll be Hartwig turning down on a car that was already there. And his spotter should have told him that, but I've always been against spotters anyway. You should know what is around you. And Henry Morse and Lycan survive and battle for the lead on lap 5 of 5. Final lap. Hartwig very much turning in on a car that was there. It looks like he was about to do the same to Bailiff then into that corner. This will be why they're saying bandit, I guess. Lykens takes the lead. Henry Morse goes down the inside. Thought that was the finish line, but it's not. They've got one more corner to go, and Henry Morse is about to take the lead. Is he going to win this race? It's going to be tight, I think, across the line. Squeezes him up to the edge, and I think Lykens is going to get it back. He does! And then I think Hartwig's in the wall and dead. I've actually missed that. I didn't see what happened. Did John Bailiff kill him, or did he just... did it just happen? I'm not sure. But that must have been... that must have been tight between those two at the top.
There needs to be an official oval series of this car.
There needs to be an official oval series in this car, apparently. Oh no, he gets worse, says Stephen Burns. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. That finish looked very close. Let's have a quick look. 5 thousandths. Good from Henry to not put him in the wall. Very much could have. Chose not to. Did not. Aaron Lykens takes the win. Reverse grid. Where is Lykens on this? That'll be Cranston reversing into everyone. It's Bailiff pushing everyone forward, I guess. Eight-lap race. Same as before. It's a mystery machine that we've got up the road there. Haven't seen that. Let's have a quick closer look at the mystery machine. Oh, right on time. Zoinks!
Guys, let's actually get to a green, yeah? Maybe later.
Oh dear. I'm guessing, no, they've got ages yet. They should be able to catch back up. What's new, Sean Anderson? They're coming after you. They're going to solve that mystery, but you're down. Oh, he's making his way back up to the top. If only he was Danish. There's definitely a Great Dane joke in there somewhere. Anyone know that Scooby-Doo's a Great Dane? How's that for an interesting fact? pointless fact, and they're green. They should be going any second now. Can't remember who was on pole. Someone is already in the wall. Didn't see who it was. It's Bailiff and Kincaid out of the race. Lap 1 of 8. Done. Out. Very much dead. Hartwig Jr. kills Jake Cranston there. Oh dear, oh dear. The 2-time Jetta champion being bested by an 11-year-old or an 8-year-old.
Yo, Jake, I was like, I didn't know you guys took a barrel because I knew you had that 4-car in front of you.
2 secs,
But I
Ted.
thought you guys were going to go side by side.
Hey, are you number 8 because that's how old you are?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm 5.
Can we talk in civilized language, please?
Tied 323 on Twitch says turning left seems a lot harder than one would think. Apparently so. But also
My
partly.
mommy told me to never tell my age to strangers.
Oh my god, there's another one. There's 2 kids in here. How interesting. What was I saying? Turning left seems harder. If this was an official race, I think it would be a little bit of a different story. Obviously, maybe some of the children wouldn't have made it in after the selection races. But also, penalties for an oval round would be absolute chaos. Carnage. Genuinely, I think seeing 30 of them, maybe we should do an official oval round, because seeing 36 cars do this, genuinely, without trying to take each other out, with pace cars, would be quite interesting. We're already halfway through this race, actually. And Ruslan is still leading the way. He's got Hartwig behind him. Let's go on board with the 8-year-old. 11-year-old, however old he is. And he's going around the outside of Ruslan. Ruslan new to TRL himself, so I'm not sure he's going to do anything untoward. He's just going to hold his line. Aaron Likens in the Pussycat Mobile down the inside is also going to try and gain. Hartwig comes down. Can't go all the way down. Looks like he's learned from his previous mistakes of there being a car on his inside. Has he? Oh! Look at Henry Morse make it 3 wide. Goes through the middle of Ruslan and Hartwig. Hartwig down to P5. Rubs up against Jerry Agard. Attracted to those orange cars, apparently. Henry Morse safe because he is yellow. Or is he? Let's find out in the next 2 laps of this race. Aaron Likens, it's really interesting the runs they're getting off of that corner. I don't know if it's just some people are lifting off more or braking more, and there they go. All 3 of them. Somehow, Hartwig survives again. How is he doing that? Why is every adult getting mugged off by this kid? He's surviving these crashes like a pro. Henry Morse might be up next. Jan Weiswanger, again, shout out to the German driver watching on Twitch. He's up in P3 with Martin Wallace in P4 all over again. And there are the Send It or Bend It boys, who I think, am I making it up, or were they out earlier in this race, or was it the previous race? I can't remember, but there they are. Up in P6 and 7. Tide says he's here to see Martin get a podium. And it looks like that move is about to happen as he looks around the outside of Jan Weiswanger. Can't get it done. Is he going to get the switchback? We're on top of Carl Ridley's machine. Martin Wallace tries to get the run. Hartwig rubs against the wall. We saw a bit of a puff of smoke there. Jan Weiswanger holds it tight to the inside. Martin Wallace, though, I think, is he going to get that move done? He keeps the high line, does not move back. Hartwig is all over the track up the road, not helping out anyone with slipstream here. And there they go, down towards the line, and Martin Wallace does get it done. He beats Jan Weiswanger to the line, gets 3rd place. Hartwig gets put into the wall. Don't know what happened to Ridley then. That was a major netcode. That is making me feel dizzy. Hit nothing, did Carl Ridley then, to take off like that. Just check chat. No one's ready for an interview. No one's here for a podium interview. So we will continue on to the next race. Let's just have a quick look at those results whilst we're waiting. So it was Henry Morse who won. Hartwig dropped back at the end there, which was weird. Martin Wallace P3, Jan Weiswanger P4, Ridley, Burns, Fox, Cavadullin, Goodson, Agard your top 10, Likens, Cranston, Bailiff, Anderson and Kincaid round off your 15. I think Kincaid is gone. Says he's 8 laps down, so he's not in the session anymore. This will be a full reverse grid, so Morse starting at the back with Hartwig. This will be where it gets worse, I imagine. Should we stay on board with him? .30 laps this time with a pit stop. Starting. It's the mystery machine of Sean Anderson. What's he going to be like at getting a start? He's got John Bailiff alongside him. Seasoned veteran in the Volkswagen Jetta.
Hey, 7-year-old, control the wheel.
And there's Henry Morse. And it looks like they've gone. Well, they should have gone, but Jerry Agard. Oh no, Anderson has been absolutely mugged off the line. Jerry Agard swoops around the outside of everyone to take the lead. Won't get a black flag because he passed everyone around the outside, assuming that the lights were green. That is completely legal. If you pass on the inside, you'll get a black flag. But Jerry Agard did not do so. He actually swooped around everyone. We're 3 wide in the middle here with Likens, Anderson, Cranston, and then Camadullin's going to make it 4 wide as they exit the corner. Anderson's up into the barrier, so he's going to lose all 3 of those positions. 4, including Weiswanger, who comes through down on the inside. Hartwig already up into P8, and he swoops down. Oh, he's going to pit. Yeah, saw that coming from a mile away. Absolutely sent it down the inside of Jan Weiswanger. And then there's more carnage behind. Jan Weiswanger gets spun round. So that was the Hartwig special. Sticks his nose down the inside. Pit manoeuvres the car on the line above him. Survives. Gains the position. Agard, though, leading the way still from Bailiff, who sends it down the inside up there. And look at the run that Jerry's trying to get around the outside. Keeps his car there, and I think he's done it. Jerry Agard has, in fact, got the better run on the exit of that corner, but then it equalises out as they head down this back straight. That's interesting stuff. Jake Cranston goes to make it 3 wide, backs out of it. Hartwig goes down the inside of Cranston. He's past Ruslan, so he's up into P4. And look at the way he's positioning his car. The black car in the middle. Now pushing John Bailiff. Doesn't know where to go. He's just trying to get his car into a pit manoeuvre phase by the looks of it. Ruslan sticks it down the inside, keeps that going. Jerry's going to... Oh, look at that. Cranston on the old switcheroo. Gets past Ruslan there, back up into P4. Henry Morse licking his lips, looking at everyone up the road from him. And is that Stephen Burns as well joining the top fray? Top 7 altogether. Not sure if that was a bump and run from Hartwig, but Jerry Agard letting the black car through. Jake Cranston was trying to look down the inside of Bailiff, who gave him just about a car's width. Hartwig very much just driving into the back of people. Let's have a look from Stephen Burns' car. Let's go on top of it, actually. It's a better view. This would scare me, this little nose to the inside every time. It's a risky position to put your car in. Martin Wallace is 1 second back from this. Trying to close in. You've got a gaggle of 4 or 5 cars there trying to close this lead fight. Sean Anderson is in the wall. Jan Weiswanger just passes him. That'll be Sean Anderson quitting, I think, at this phase. Hartwig looking to take the lead around the outside of John Bailiff up the road there. And it looks like Cranston's going to try and get the switch back on all of them. As John Bailiff swoops down, Jake actually brakes, so he scared him. John Bailiff scares Jake into braking, and he loses all of that momentum as they go down the back straight. And it looks like Stephen Burns is actually going to pass Jake around the outside. Hartwig's up against the wall. 3 wide in front. You've got Henry Morse in the middle. Ruslan on the left, Jerry Agard on the right. John Bailiff still controlling the pace at the front. Jake Cranston down the inside still.
You're welcome.
Stop something in the corner.
And there goes Burns. Put it to the wall by the black car, was it? It looked like it was the black car. Got nothing coming up on the SDK to look at a replay, so I can't see who that was. Still survived though. It's not over yet as he pushes Foxy into the next turn, lap 8 of 30. And then listen to the tyres scrubbing and watch the car understeer as they move up to the right. Henry Morse now trying to get past John Bailiff. Further up the road. I think this is going to be another nighttime race. You see the Masters of Torque cars sandwiching the ZFG machine. And there goes Hartwig down the inside of Ruslan. Henry Morse round the outside of John Bailiff. Still quite a lot of people together. Stephen Burns, like I said, Bandit. Oh! Saying that Win It or Bin It car moved up on the ZFG machine there. That'll be Carl Ridley. In P6. Henry Morse trying to get the stronger run round the outside. It looks like he's taking his time, just casually trying to gain those extra few tenths on the straight. And there he goes, swoops into the next turn and does take the lead of this race. Henry Morse leads then. Jerry Agard trying to follow suit here around the outside. Hartwig is also following that higher line. John Bailiff moves up. Cranston has a look at the opportunity of going down the inside and making it 3 wide. Is he going to brake later? No. Backs out of it. Hartwig bumps Agard into the turn. Carries a lot of speed in. And then, therefore, will be slower out. Unusual driving style, but quite common. And then with the slipstream, it kind of negates it anyway as he forces his way down the middle of the Masters of Torque machines. 3 wide. Jerry Agard giving him room. Jake Cranston giving him room. And Hartwig nearly gaining 2 positions. Goes up into the wall. That'll be John Bailiff closing that door. And look at him swoop down. Why? What's happened here? Is this a pace car? Why did everyone slow down? Everyone's crashing.
Did your mom call you to dinner?
I'm confused at what just happened, to be honest. Oh, it is a pace car. So no yellow flags come out on a replay, but there is the pace car. That was so unprovoked. Where did that come from? Henry Morse is taking the opportunity to pit. Hartwig misses the pit lane. Don't worry, didn't catch it on stream. Oh, Martin Wallace called it. ZFG style. IROC style. Martin Wallace runs a friendly racing place in the ZFG community called IROC. I agree with Cranny's statement. Phoenix race so much better than Charlotte. The racing looks more fun here, to be honest. And I don't know if it's because it's got lifts or braking zones that makes it a bit more interesting. Also need to give a quick shout out. I doubt he watches the live streams, but quick shout out to Off the Pace, who I think is in the Discord. He definitely commented on the recent 2 videos asking for Ferrari guides, and then sent a thank you super chat. So thanks Off the Pace for that, and you're welcome for the guides. Jake saying wants to do Phoenix again. You have the power to do so. Charlotte in Jettas is like Daytona in next gen. And away they go. Cranston leads the way then. He did not pit during that pace car phase. Is that going to be a mistake? Quite a lot of people pit under the pace car, which I would assume would be the thing to do. Martin Wallace, who's in control of the pace car, slides up wide after contact with Jan Weiswanger back there. Did not pit also, so maybe he knows something that other people don't. And the pit stoppers all coming through now. I wonder, did the pit stoppers take tyres? That would have been an interesting call on a track like this when there's so much understeer and scrubbing going on in these banked turns. As we see Hartwig go down the inside of Fox. Is Fox going to kill him? Yes? No? Yes? Wallace kills Agard nearly, slides him up, goes into the wall. Oh, Fox nearly hits Agard, did not though, survives. Stephen Burns says yes, they did take tyres. Jake says I know Henry took tyres. Yeah, that kind of makes sense with the amount of scrubbing that's going on these turns. I would assume it would have some sort of benefit as Likens gets put into the wall there by Burns, I think. Morse then down the inside. Up into P3. Burns is going to hold it round the middle line as Likens tries to take the higher line. Ridley in P6 also looking feisty here. Jake Cranston running away with a 6/10 lead on an oval. So Ruslan is going to be fed to the wolves shortly because he is currently in P2. He's dropping back from Jake. I think Jake's pulling away from Ruslan by the looks of it. He's now 7 tenths back, is Ruslan. So Henry Morse closing him in. Burns also there. Ridley also there. Likens. Weiswanger still very much against Bailiff, and Hartwig is there as well. So we can assume a crash might happen in that mid-pack at some point. Saying that because of Hartwig, not Bailiff and Weiswanger, who looks like he's about to go down the inside and make it 3 wide, and there he goes, sticks his nose in. John Bailiff saves the car. Hartwig didn't gain the position though, gives him a big old push on the exit of the corner, and Henry Morse up the road is now looking around the outside of Ruslan, and he's going to commit to it round the outside of the next corner. I think he's going to have the tyres to do so. Henry Morse, the leader of the people that have stopped so far. Hartwig not close enough to Bailiff to hit him that time. As we see, still Burns and Ridley are side by side up the road there. And Likens is going to go down the inside. Burns goes up into the wall after contact with Ridley. Weiswanger comes through. Bailiff comes through. And is Hartwig going to come through as well? I think he's going to try and get his car down the inside. Went to move up. Didn't quite move up on him. And then you've got Ridley up the road looking down the inside of Ruslan in P3. John Bailiff another slide on as Hartwig tries sticking his nose in again. Just can't quite get it done. Now it's starting to get dark to identify these cars, but we can still just about see who everyone is. There's 9 laps to go. You would assume everyone that hasn't stopped, which is Cranston, Ruslan, Likens, Weiswanger, Burns and Wallace will have to. I'm not going to elaborate on Cranston's comment on YouTube. Oh, Weiswanger violently shoved into the wall there. Wallace gives him a bit of a friendly push to get him back up to speed. That was very harsh by whoever did that on the German driver. Look, watch this again. Hartwig, nose down the inside, uses the apron, rubs up against the door of Burns. Is he going to put him in the wall? Doesn't run him up high. Oh, he does try to run him up high. Burns. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? It's gone. It's over. Was he blinking? Was he blinking in this race? I wonder if he got disqualified. There can't have been an X limit in this.
You should have seen the damage that kid did in quarter midgets.
Oh yeah, Likens did say he races in real life. Interesting. But Burns survived. I wonder if he Alt-F forward. Oh, he did get DQ. But who DQ'd him? Because I don't think there's an X limit, is there? Or there was an X limit on this one. Jake kicked him. I was determined he was going in the wall. Oh right, Jake kicked him in that phase. Fair enough. Henry Morse is about to take the lead of this race around the outside of Cranston. Can he get it committed? It's on lap 24 of 30. So maybe that pace car phase let people save enough fuel to make it to the end.
Cuatro amarillo.
That would be really interesting if that is the case, though. I would have thought those that haven't stopped would have to stop. Is there going to be another pace car? I think there is another pace car. They've slowed down now, right? Yeah. Okay. Green, white, checkered, baby, says Cranny Car. Stephen Burns, we had plenty of fuel until this. Are you going to stop again? Or is this just a fuel saving pace car? So those that haven't stopped won't stop now. Because they've had 2 pace cars and that's enough to save till the end. Maybe. I'm assuming. I don't think this is going to tell me. That just says who's stopped and who's going to the end. How long's the pace car out for? That's the real question here. Oh look, it says pit stop times. Didn't know I could do that. Pit lane times. Ah, interesting. Jerry kindly pushed me around during the safety car lap so he had enough fuel. Because of the pace cars, we hit time limits. It was only one lap after the pace car ended. Also, it's not actually a green-white checkered. Because you cheaped out and didn't pay for extra space. I don't know what's going to happen to the overlay then, if that's the case. I imagine it's just going to cut out. Here we go then. It looks like they've started to actually sort themselves out into an order, which means it's about to go green. The pace car is probably going to come in this lap based on them sorting themselves out like this. So there it goes. Henry Morse is in control of when it goes green, and it is very dark all of a sudden. This is, and look at the flashing. Whoa, look at all the people in the audience taking pictures of this amazing diesel Jetta oval race. I have never noticed that before. That's pretty cool. Oh, there goes Ruslan. Drifting up into the wall. He posted a post on Instagram earlier saying, do you want to see me racing or drifting this year? I think he answered his own question there. Oh, I thought Ridley was going to make it 3 wide then as they go into this next turn. Henry Morse round the outside. Is this the final lap or is there another lap after this? Looks like they're going to continue. Oh, yeah, they're going to continue round. So win it or no, send it or bend it in the wall back there as well. I think that's Fox. Morse leading the way then from Cranston. Although it's showing it's over. No one's changing positions. I think it's done. This will be where the session is just broken. So what was the result then? What was the end result here? Let's have a look. Does this tell the truth? Does that look right to you guys that were in the event? It looks like Henry Morse then wins by 0.02 of a second. Carl Ridley comes home in P3, John Bailiff P4. Aaron Lyken's up in the top 5 on his TRL debut. Never thought we'd see Aaron Lykens in a TRL event, but there he is. It didn't sound like he sounded like he had fun. I mean, he stayed till the end, so that's always good to see. Stephen Burns in P6, Jerry Agar P7, Andy Fox P8, Jan Weiswanger P9, Martin Wallace P10. Yeah, Henry beating Jake by tiny margins looks correct. Not bitter in the slightest is Cranny Kart. Still annoyed we didn't get to race at Brands, you know. That would have been fun if Henry just held you back 1 or 2 more corners. But it is what it is. That is the end of your bonus oval round. We can see Stephen Burns in the background there doing some donutorinos. And he's been hit just before we got to watch him by someone. Is he done? No, he's just going to flash his headlights at the poor audience in this pitch black. Is there no lights at Phoenix? Aaron was going to join season 4 but couldn't make 4 of the rounds. Oh, that's interesting. Did not know that. Maybe season 5. If there's a season 5, maybe we'll do it. Depends on the... I'm guessing he still does flagging for... he does flagging for some sort of ovals. So... I'm guessing it depends on that as well, if it clashes or not. Just a reminder then, thank you all for joining. No worries, Jake Cranston, you're welcome for the stream. Thank you for hosting the event. I'm sure everyone enjoyed the race. It looks like they enjoyed the oval racing, which is good. I will see you all, well, Monday VIR, Virginia International Raceway. The stream will be Friday, so those of you that aren't in this race and are watching with us, then I will see you on Friday for Virginia International Raceway, round 3 of the Volkswagen Jetta Cup. Yeah, that's what I've had, Jake Cranston. IndyCar, that genre of racing. He does the flag for the 8-year-olds. Midget racing, says Jan Weiswanger on Twitch. Virginia International Raceway then. I will see you all on Friday. Very long circuit for the official Jetta Cup, where points will be handed out to people for that one. So that will be interesting. Qualifying is going to be very interesting. You'll be lucky to get 1 or 2 laps in. Sprint race, I believe, is like 6 laps or something like that, if I remember rightly. It's very low because the track is so big. So looking forward to it. Wish you all the best of luck. If I don't see you on track this week, then I'll see you next week for the next video here on the Racing Line. Peace.